I found that with depression, one of the most important things you could realize is that you're not alone. You say you're depressed. All I see is resilience. You are allowed to feel messed up and inside out. It doesn't mean you're defective. It just means you're human. Try to understand the blackness, lethargy, hopelessness, and loneliness they're going through. Be there for them when they come through the other side. It's hard to be a friend to someone who's depressed, but it is one of the kindest, noblest, and best things you will ever do. People who have never dealt with depression think it's just being sad or being in a bad mood. That's not what depression is for me. It's falling into a state of grayness and numbness. I go through a lot of depression, and I know other people do too, but I have an outlet that so many people don't. If you have that inside of you and can't get it out, what do? A big part of depression is feeling really lonely, even if you're in a room full of 1 million people. When you're surrounded by all these people, it can be lonelier than when you're by yourself. You can be in a huge crowd, but if you don't feel like you can trust anyone or talk to anybody, you feel like you're really alone. Mental pain is less dramatic than physical pain, but it is more common and also more hard to bear. The frequent attempt to conceal mental pain increases the burden. It is easier to say, "My tooth is aching," than to say, "My heart is broken." Depression, for me, has been a couple of different things, but the first time I felt it, I felt helpless, hopeless, and things I had never felt before. I lost myself in my will to live. That's the thing about depression. A human being can survive almost anything, as long as she sees the end in sight. But depression is so insidious, and it compounds daily, that it's impossible to ever see the end. I am bent, but not broken. I am scarred, but not disfigured. I am sad, but not hopeless. I am tired, but not powerless. I am angry, but not bitter. I am depressed, but not giving up. I'll never forget how the depression and loneliness felt good and bad at the same time. Still does. I have depression, but I prefer to say I battle depression instead of I suffer with it. Because depression hits, but I hit back. Battle on. Depression is being colorblind and constantly told how colorful the world is. It is very hard to explain to people who have never known serious depression or anxiety the sheer continuous intensity of it. There is no off switch. There is no point treating a depressed person as though she were just feeling sad, saying, "There now, hang on, you'll get over it." Sadness is more or less like a head cold. With patience, it passes. Depression is like cancer. Mental illness is so much more complicated than any pill that any mortal could invent. Depression, suffering, and anger are all part of being human. Every man has his secret sorrows which the world knows not, and oftentimes we call a man cold when he is only sad. There are wounds that never show on the body that are deeper and more hurtful than anything that bleeds. Please subscribe this channel to watch more videos, like and share.